In today's video, we conclude the long journey to the west by reaching the Pacific Ocean. But before that, I'll check out Old Town La Quinta in the Coachella Valley. I'll take a drive into the San Jacinto Mountains, visit the Palomar Observatory, and finally get my America the Beautiful annual pass. Yes, a bunch of totally random Southern California places. Coming up next.
I'm riding in my RV, wherever I want to be, 'cause I'm free in my RV, yeah.
This video is sponsored by Custom Covers. Isn't it nice, Southern California, with all these tall palm trees, the carefully manicured, gated communities with golf courses? We are of course arriving at La Quinta in the Coachella Valley, a very nice change of scenery. Here we are, our home for the next 2 nights, Lake Cahuilla County Park. I forgot to turn off the GoPro. Oh well, enjoy the time lapse. Well, this is very nice. Very nice indeed. I didn't bring my good camera because I was just looking for a place to eat, but this is real nice. And yeah, that's an IPA. This is called Old Town. Here in La Quinta, California. Also having some sliders here at the Wine Emporium.
When is your podcast?
Okay, pretty cool place. My kind of sign. Of course, I don't realize it is only like 5 p.m. because it gets dark here really early. But apparently this place is happening. Yeah, the owners said that it got real busy late at night and they have jazz, so I'm very tempted to come back. It all seems to be pretty quiet now, and it also seems to be a pretty wealthy area, judging by the prices of things and the people, the cars. I cannot believe I didn't bring my good camera tonight, but it's fine, my phone works. I had no idea this old town area was gonna be so nice. And very nice, the people at the wine place. And you don't realize, but it is only 5:12 and it's almost nighttime. And maybe I'll come back later tonight. Well, everybody check out the moon. It is moments like this when I miss my good camera at the most. Full moon. This is the Brewing company, the first place I came in when I arrived. And then back there on the left, that's the wine bar. It is almost nighttime at Lake Cahuilla. And it is a beautiful full moon tonight. So peaceful out here. Are those fireworks I hear? I just woke up in the middle of the night when I realized that tonight there is a lunar eclipse. The lunar eclipse. Let me switch cameras here. Actually, even better, let's make it a time lapse.
Well, good morning. This is the campground here at Lake Cahuilla County Park, here in the Coachella Valley. It is very nice here. That's the camera doing the time lapse, and my favorite palm tree across the lake. It is daybreak, and today the plan is to explore this area of California and just make it to the Pacific Ocean, mainly for the symbolic aspect of completing the coast-to-coast road trip. I was hoping to make it to LA, but I don't think we're gonna have the time. Besides, I've been there before. Let's explore something new. I have a bunch of stuff here that I've brought all the way from Miami, so I'm trying to cook it all up. Some mushrooms, a little bit of cubed ham. Well, gas is just a little more expensive here in California. Driving to the west. I decided to give old Kia a quick car wash for our Pacific Ocean encounter, and yeah, that's my neighbor's music. Well, I'm going to play this song of Driving to the West one last time, since after tomorrow we're going to be driving to the east. And maybe I should write a new song. Driving to the west, into the sunset, driving to the west. Driving to the west, into the sunset, driving to the west. Driving through New Mexico, Arizona, even California. I'm gonna get my kicks on 66. The mountains and the desert are my fix. Driving to the west in my RV is where I wanna be. We are taking the 111 West, and this ritzy area we are approaching now is Palm Desert. Palm Springs is just a little further down, but we are not going to make it all the way there. Driving to the west, into the sunset, driving to the west. Driving to the west, into the sunset, driving to the west. Beautiful landscaping everywhere. I am going to cross the mountains right here on California State Route 74, the Pines to Palms Scenic Byway, which is a pretty long, steep climb. Lots of switchbacks, and there are a bunch of pullouts where if you're going slower than the rest, you're supposed to pull over and stop and let everyone pass. Here's one of them. There's a pretty nice view of the Coachella Valley down there. We are, of course, on our way to Palomar Mountain, which is going to be quite a bit of driving. We have a long way to go. Quick stop here along the way. That looks like the valley where we just were at, of course. And of course, we have the snow-capped peaks of the Sierra and the huge residential valley underneath. There in the distance, that's the Salton Sea. And some golf courses, perhaps. So I guess we should continue. Well, this is called the Anza Valley. Ooh, gliders! We begin the ascent to Palomar Mountain. Well, it is called Lake Henshaw. Ooh, check out all the birds down there. Up the mountain we go. Let's check out the view, shall we? Not bad. Let's continue. We continue, gaining altitude, and there is another vista point coming up. Well, they have this scenic vista point here. Let's check it out. We might see an eagle. This is called the Lake Henshaw Overlook, and we get this, shall I say, commanding view. Well, I think this place is perfect to fly the drone, and the biker next to me approves as well. Well, that was a nice break, but the show must go on. But not for long, because you know I'm going to stop at every single vista point, right? And that's quite a view we've got. There's some kind of overlook here and a memorial as well, right here to the left. Let's check it out. This is called the Gregory Pacheco Memorial. But check out that view. Is that the Pacific Ocean I see in the distance? Could it be? I think so. It's beautiful out here. Finally, old Kia made it to California. Hey, check it out! Another vista point. This one has some info here about the local plants and a great view as well. And also some info about the Palomar Observatory, which is where we're going next. Here's the legend of what we're seeing here, including the Pacific Ocean, somewhere out there. Nice house. Before we continue, let me take a moment to tell you about Custom Covers, our sponsor here. And these steel covers, they are designed to keep your RV protected and out of the weather, and they come in a variety of colors. They are in Arkansas, but they can deliver to 29 states with 2 to 4 week lead time, of course. Just call Lisa at 501-455-4442 and be sure to mention me, Traveling Robert, for a 5% discount on your custom covers. And I thank them for their support.
Here we are.
Well, let's go see the visitor center first. Here inside, they have all these displays and infographics with all kinds of information about the observatory and its history, particularly the Hale telescope. Built in the 1930s, at the time it was the largest scientific instrument in the world. Back in the 40s and 50s, most of the pictures we saw from outer space were taken with the Hale telescope, including this one of the Andromeda Galaxy. Here's the now retired 18-inch Smith telescope, which was able to image larger portions of the sky, like a wide-angle lens, I suppose, and they were able to locate supernova stars with it. Well, let's go see the big boy, shall we? The 200-inch Hale telescope. As we enter, there is a bust of astronomer George Ellery Hale, who built what at the time was the world's largest telescope. And this is it. The 200-inch mirror was built in the 1930s out of this breakthrough material called Pyrex, invented by Corning Glassworks, which was less susceptible to temperature changes. This was the world's largest telescope from 1949 until 1975, when the BTA-6 built by the Soviet Union surpassed it, although that one never quite worked as advertised. So in reality, until 1993, this was it. Amazing that many of the astronomical discoveries, breakthroughs, of the 20th century were made right here. And to this day, it is still used every night to gaze at the firmament. Thank you, Mr. Hale.
Well, when I was a child, back in Cuba, I had this astronomy book from the 1950s, and with pictures of all the galaxies and planets and all that stuff. And the caption of every picture, it said that the picture was from Observatorio Monte Palomar, which is Palomar Mountain right here. So I always wanted to see what this Mount Palomar was, the observatory, and I finally made it here.
Well, let's see what's back here. It looks like the back entrance, which I believe is also the handicap access. And I saw a sign about some controlled fire going on, so that must be it.
Let's go.
And there's a pretty old Nissan truck. I wonder if it would be capable of towing Minitini. Maybe not.
There we go. Snow again.
Well, the same way we came up, now we must go down. Okay, one more vista point. Just one. My luck. They are painting the road. Now I'm never going to make it to the Pacific. Okay, good. He's gonna let me pass. Thank you. We are once again by Lake Henshaw, and before going to the Pacific, I want to pass by the U.S. Forest Service office to get my America the Beautiful annual pass. Well, here I got my America the Beautiful pass, to be able to camp on the BLM in Sedona and for the national parks. And look what we have here. Maybe I should get my 2 lemons back. Let's stop here real quick on the side of the road. It's very pretty. We are on the freeway, as they call them here on the West Coast, arriving at Oceanside, California. Okay, first things first. I'm starving, so let's eat. Well, whenever I come to California, I always try to come to one of these In-N-Out burger. Right, that's it. Well, that was pretty good. I recall the fries being better before, but anyways, I'm gonna go next door real quick to the California Welcome Center. It's right there. Here we are, California Welcome Center, Oceanside. They didn't have a whole lot of. They had the pamphlets for all the attractions. I'm just gonna drive around. Can't wait to see the Pacific Ocean. The Pacific Ocean.
Take the next left onto North Pacific Street.
Well, this is actually a very special moment, a momentous occasion. I have officially driven old Kia cross-country.
Take the next right onto the Strand North, then turn left onto Surfrider Way.
Let me park here real quick and take a video of the ocean. Well, here we are. Pretty drastic change from Slab City, huh? Oh yes, everybody, old Kia made it to the Pacific Ocean. Let's explore. Well, here we are, Oceanside, California. It is so nice. Here's the house from the movie Top Gun. Top Gun, of course, one of my favorite movies of the 80s, starring a young Tom Cruise as Maverick. And this is the house featured in the movie. Let's go down to the ocean. These beaches are, of course, very popular with surfers. Made it all the way here, might as well touch the water.
Actually, I think the Atlantic is saltier. Well, I got my feet wet in the Pacific. I think we can call that a success. It is very picturesque out here. It's very interesting. The fact that this is elevated like this. Maybe I should walk to the pier.
Check it out, a Pleasure Way Plateau, one of our favorites, and it is going to park right there, in the regular parking lot.
See what he did? He just parked right there. Here we are, the Oceanside Pier. Let's check it out. It's pretty cool.
Pretty cool. There's another drawing on the sand on this side too.
Well, the original plan, I was going to end the day at the Santa Monica Pier in Los Angeles, but it doesn't look like that's gonna happen. I'm not gonna make it there before sunset. So I'm just gonna enjoy here the Oceanside Pier, and maybe we'll look for a place to fly the drone after. We're gonna call it a day after that.
This right here is so quintessentially Southern California. I still wish I would have made the time to go to Venice or Santa Monica for the sunsets, but hey, this is not bad at all, and on the plus side, I had never been here before.
Don't go.
In 800 feet, turn right onto Surfrider Way.
Well, I was searching on the Air Map app for a suitable place to fly the drone nearby at sunset, and it seems there is this narrow area in Del Mar where there are no flying restrictions, and that is the closest one, so that's where I'm going, and it looks like I'm going to make it in the nick of time. As I said, we are almost out of time. Cool trick you can do with a drone? You can fly back up and make the sun come out again. How cool is that? Well, we've made it to the west coast. On the next video, we begin the journey back east. See you then. If you have enjoyed traveling with us, make sure you are subscribed and check out my other videos. Also, share it with your friends, spread the word, and leave me a comment. Now, if you really liked it, you have a chance to show your support at patreon.com/travelingrobert. As always, thank you so much for watching and see you on the road.